Mr. Chairman, this is Supervisor Rodriguez again.
Yes. Supervisor Rodriguez.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'd like to call the question one final time, now that the amendment's been accepted.
Second. Terry Rose.
Moved and seconded. Okay.
Roll call requested.
We can,
Roll call.
all those in favor of calling the question, yes?
Yes.
Any nays?
No.
Who's the one nay? Burke? Supervisor Burke. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Question's been called.
So what are we voting on now? Would you read that back again?
Read the motion back, okay?
The motion as amended.
Sherry, can you read that again, please?
Read it again.
Except that I've gone past it, and so it's not showing on my screen. Supervisor Decker, I apologize. Could you read it again?
Not hers.
Oh.
We got to go back to Jeff's now, all the way back to Jeff.
Oh, okay. Well, I can read that. It's on the agenda.
Yeah.
Motion to lift the resolution to meet
Oh, point of order, Mr. Chair.
The resolution is amended.
My amendment passed, so it's not back to Jeff. It's back to
I think it's done. I think it's done.
Supervisor Frederick, we voted to approve my amendment. Now we need to approve original.
Amended.
This is the last vote, just to clarify for everybody. This is the last.
Joe,
That is correct.
Joe,
Mr. Chairman.
we're back to the original motion as amended now.
Correct. We are at the main motion, which has been amended by Supervisor Decker's amendment. I should advise the board, and I'm going to get ready to duck. It is my opinion that because the original resolution, which suspended the rules to go to a virtual meeting format, only contemplated returning to a full in-person, that moving to a hybrid model, I believe, is a new suspension of the rules, which would require a 2/3 vote of those present.
Point of order, Mr. Chairman. We've already voted on that. We overruled your decision. That's his opinion. That's all it is. That was overruled. We're now voting on the main resolution as amended by Supervisor Decker. So I don't think we need to do that once again.
If I may, Supervisor Rose, what was overruled was the question as to whether or not a hybrid model was in order to be considered by this board.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. We've heard your opinion. Let's take
Any other lawyers in the crowd?
Jesus
Christ.
So what we have is maybe not to vote on anything at this point.
No, that is absolutely not what we have.
I would like to appeal the opinion of the chair.
Point of order, Mr. Chair.
Just
a question has been called. We were discussing what the motion was. So through the chair to Supervisor Decker, if she could read her motion. This is our last step. She can read the motion, we can vote, and then we're done.
It's passed.
We have one more vote, one procedural.
And that
more
is going to be read. Her motion is going to be part of it.
Correct, and then we're done. So it's
good. Just relax. Just calm down. Go back to Jeff's motion as amended. If the clerk wants to read it all, go right ahead.
I will read the first part of Supervisor Gentz's motion, which was a motion to lift the resolution to meet virtually and go back to meeting in person at KCJC. And if Supervisor Decker would kindly one more time read what passed as her amendment to this motion, I think that is what we are voting on.
As one whole piece.
As one whole piece, that is correct.
Correct.
Would you like me to read it one more time?
Unless the clerk reads it.
No, if Supervisor Decker could read it, I am beyond that screen that I cannot go back right now.
Okay. to allow a hybrid model of committee and board meetings. Those wishing to meet virtually may do so, and those wishing to meet in person may do so. This model will be in place until the end of April, when the board will decide how to proceed.
Now, does anybody not understand the entire motion?
My only question would be, is it a 2/3 vote?
Pardon me?
Is this a 2/3 vote that's required for this to pass?
I agree. Joe?
Mr. Chairman, I provided my opinion. I believe this would be a new suspension of the rules, which would require a 2/3 vote.
Mr. Chairman, I don't agree with that.
That's
Mr.
Chairman,
Chairman,
the point. We are using the Corporation Counsel's advice
that's right.
that we're going to go with a 2/3 vote.
Mr. Chairman, I would like
Move to overrule the decision of the chair. That's way out of line. Way out of line.
second, Terry.
Would you like to take a vote or not?
Yes, we've to overrule your ruling.
No.
No.
No, that is a valid motion that Supervisor Rose made, and I seconded.
Absolutely. But this 2/3 was discussed earlier. You're just at the 11th hour attempting.
We are at a point where we're voting on a motion, and the Corporation Counsel said it was 2/3 vote. That's what it's going to be.
No, we're moving.
No,
you're not correct. He's wrong. He is dead
But
wrong.
that may be your opinion, but that doesn't mean it's right.
Well,
There's a motion
We're going to vote on it or not.
There's a motion on the floor to overrule you, Mr. Chair, which is in order.
It's not. There's no motion on the floor for that.
Supervisor,
there is.
The Corporation Counsel spoke.
Call the question.
You're out of order.
Question, Rodriguez. No. Question. Chairman, you're out of order.
we're not debating anything here.
Decision.
This is to overrule you, Mr. Chair. That is always in motion. It is not debatable.
I beg to differ.
It's in order. I'm looking right at our rules and procedures. Ask the Corporation Counsel if it's okay to do. I'm looking at it right here.
Motion to adjourn in order?
I move we adjourn.
Second.
Roll
Roll call requested.
And there's no second to that motion either.
I thought I had a second.
You had a second.
Who, Mr. Chairman?
Supervisor Berg.
Who, Mr. Chairman, was the second?
Supervisor Berg was the second.
I asked the chairman.
Mm-hmm.
Take a roll call vote, please.
I'm sorry, just so I'm clear, this is a motion to adjourn,
Yes.
and it needs a simple majority?
For duty.
Yes.
It is.
Is that correct, Corporation Counsel?
Motion to adjourn requires a simple majority, yes.
Okay, I'm ready for a vote.
Supervisor Grady?
No.
Rose?
No.
Kemp?
Absolutely not.
Celebrate?
No.
Vicky?
Yes.
Gaske?
No.
Rodriguez?
Absolutely not.
O'Day?
Yes.
Berg?
Absolutely yes.
Ron Frederick?
Yes.
Nudo?
No.
Franco? Supervisor Franco?
No.
Lloyd Frederick?
Yes.
Mauer? No. Gully?
No.
Wamble?
No.
Yuha?
Nay.
F? Honorable?
No.
Nordigan?
Nay.
Decker?
You're muted.
Supervisor Decker?
Nay.
Nay.
Obviously, the motion to adjourn fails.
Failed. 5 yes.
Mr. Chairman, a
On the motion is amended.
From the chair.
Let's take a vote on the motion as amended. Period.
There is a motion for Mr. Chairman to overrule you, which is in order and not debatable.
And it's always in order. Supervisor Beck's been waiting for a
Joe. Joe.
The motion to appeal is in order.
What's that, Joe?
Chairman O'Day, this is Supervisor Bell.
But okay.
This is Supervisor Bell.
I can't hear you.
This is Supervisor Bell. Would it be possible to take a vote on the motion that's being presented, and then corporate counsel can evaluate the vote, and if it is against state law, then we will have to bring it up at the next meeting. But at least could we just take the vote and proceed with this? Thank you.
Right now, there's a motion in order to oppose the 2/3 ruling by the chair. That needs to be voted on. It's not debatable. It's part of our rules, and the Corporation Counsel just said it's in order. So we need to vote on it.
And may I please hear who made the motion and who seconded it?
I made the motion.
Rodriguez seconded it, I believe.
So Supervisor Decker seconded it.
Supervisor Rose made the motion and Supervisor Decker seconded it.
Okay.
Appeal the chair's decision to follow the guidance of Corporation Counsel on the suspension of the rules.
All right.
Ready to vote?
Yes.
Any discussion? Ready to vote?
Corporation Counsel to explain again what a yes vote means and what a no vote means. Thank you.
Those in favor of sustaining the decision of the chair, say aye. That would be to follow my opinion that this requires a 2/3 vote. Those opposed to sustaining the decision of the chair say no. Those would be those believing that it should be a simple majority.
Point of information. Is this particular aspect debatable or not?
No. The motion to appeal is not debatable.
Thank you. Joe, is it possible to take 2 votes?
I'm two votes in what capacity?
Simple majority and 2/3 for the same motion. Decide.
I believe it. You just take a vote. I mean.
Okay. Okay. Ready to vote?
Yep.
We're voting on Supervisor Rose's motion.
Which is what?
Repeat the motion.
Approve the decision of the chair. Okay, so your motion, if I can, for point of order, your motion is that we don't need a 2/3 vote, and if you vote yes, you're overriding. If you vote no, you're overriding, or if you vote yes, I don't know. I'm sorry.
If you, Supervisor Frederick, if you, Corporation Counsel said sustaining the decision of the chair, meaning to go with the 2/3 vote, you would vote aye.
I got it.
And to oppose the decision would be no. Are we ready?
Yes.
Supervisor Grady.
It's been simple majority all night, so I'll vote no.
Rose?
No.
Yes?
No.
Celebrate?
Yes.
Sabicki?
Yes.
Dashke?
Yeah.
Rodriguez?
No.
O'Day?
Yes.
Berg?
Yes.
Ron Frederick?
Yes.
Nudo?
No.
Franco?
Yes.
Boyd Frederick?
Yes.
Mauer?
No.
Gully?
Yes.
Rambo?
No.
Yuha,
No.
Supervisor Yuha,
Yes.
Beth,
Yes.
Palmerville,
Yes.
Nordigan,
No.
and Decker.
No.
Thank you.
No.
12 yeses. 9 noes. So the chairman's decision is sustained.
On the motion, are we ready to vote?
On the original motion, if amended.
As amended, are we ready to vote?
Point of information, how many votes we're gonna need to pass?
15.
I think we need 14.
14.
There's only 21 of us.
14 for 2/3.
We've typically rounded up in those situations, but because I think 2/3 of technically
14 technically.
we have 21 people. Okay, I won't argue the point.
2/3, not.
14 I vote should do it. Another question, stupid question. If somebody abstains, how does that vote count?
The vote counts as a no.
Okay. Thank you.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Everybody ready?
Grady,
Aye.
Dent. Supervisor Rose,
Aye.
Dent,
No.
Dickey,
No.
Yashke,
Yes.
Rodriguez,
Yes.
O'Day,
No.
Bird,
No.
Ron Frederick,
No.
Nudo,
Yes.
Franco,
No.
Boyd Frederick,
No.
Mauer,
Yes.
Gully,
Yes.
Rambo,
Yes.
Yuha,
Aye.
Beth,
Yes.
Palmerville,
No.
Nordigan,
Yes.
and Decker.
Yes.
We missed.
I'm missing one here.
I have 13 yeses. Is that correct, Sherry?
That is correct.
Yeses and 8 noes. So the
Motion fails
Failed.
if it needed 14.
How many yeses?
13 yes, 8 no. And in order for it to pass, it needed 14. Yeses, correct? I know, you guys, I'm a little confused.
You got it right.
Okay,
Right.
so the motion failed.
Moving on.
Claim 26, Jim and Peggy O'Connell, vehicle damage.
Refer to Corporation Counsel.
Approval of the January 19, 2021 minutes by Supervisor Rodriguez.
Supervisor Rodriguez.
I move the January 19th, 2021 minute.
Moved by Supervisor Rodriguez, second by Supervisor Berg. For the minutes, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Motion to adjourn by Supervisor
Sabicki.
Sabicki, second by Supervisor Berg. All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed.
After all was said and done, more was said than
You're
done.
adjourned.